Hello, FPU students, and welcome back to Kinesiology 120 Concepts of Wellness. Tonight we're going to be talking about nutrition and diet. What does it mean to be food insecure? The U.S. Department of Agriculture defines food insecurity as a lack of consistent access to enough food for an active, healthy life. Hunger refers to a personal physical sensation of discomfort, while food insecurity refers to a lack of available financial resources for food at the level of the household. Protein energy malnutrition, an inadequate protein intake, is primarily due to food insecurity, as well as micronutrient deficiencies of vitamins and minerals, being overweight and obese, and other health risks that come from those diseases. Now, California is the leading U.S. state for cash farm receipts, accounting for over 13% of the nation's total agricultural value. The top producing commodities for 2018 in California include dairy products, $6.3 billion, grapes, $6.25 billion, almonds, $5.47 billion. I think you're seeing a pattern here. Cattle and calves, $3.19 billion. But yet we still have issues in the San Joaquin Valley. 18% of the San Joaquin Valley are living in poverty. 34% of families living in the valley are food insecure. And almost 15% of households in the U.S. are food insecure. Even when California is the top agricultural producing state, our own people are still suffering. Nutrition is the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Good nutrition is an important part of leading a healthy lifestyle. The food we consume or avoid affects the functioning of our bodies and brains. Proper nutrition is essential to building resistance against viruses and bacteria. Combined with physical activity, your diet can help you reach and maintain a healthy weight. It can help you reduce your risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer, and promote your overall health. Most of the nutrients in food fall into three major groups. Actually, take a step back. The process of helping you maintain that weight is the metabolism, the process of converting food into compounds and chemicals, driving energy for the body's functions. Burning off fat, utilizing fat as the energy is your metabolism. The metabolic rate is the rate of that metabolism, the amount of energy the body uses at any one time. Now, as I was saying before, nutrition is a process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Most of the nutrients in the food that we eat fall into three major groups: proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. The body uses fat as a fuel source, and fat is the major storage form of energy in the body. Fat also has many other important functions in the body, and a moderate amount is needed in the diet for good health. Nutrients are the chemical substances obtained from food that are needed for ensuring the growth and development of muscles, bones, hair, skin, forming antibodies, hormones, and other essential substances, serving as a fuel source for cells and tissues when needed. Essential nutrients are substances that provide nourishment essential for growth and maintenance of life. An essential nutrient is required for normal body functioning that cannot be synthesized by the body, meaning the body is not able to make it. It's something we have to get through food that we eat. 6 categories of essential nutrients include vitamins. 6 categories of essential nutrients include vitamins, dietary minerals, essential fatty acids, and essential amino acids. Carbohydrates are the body's main source of energy, the fuel for your body. In their absence, your body will use protein and fat for energy. It may also be hard to get enough fiber, which is important for long-term health. When you're low on glucose, the body breaks down stored fat to convert it into energy. Most of the carbs that you eat are digested and broken down into glucose before entering the bloodstream. Sugars, starches, fibers found in fruits, grains, vegetables, and milk products. Dairy, milk, yogurt, ice cream, fruit, whole fruit and fruit juice, grains, bread, rice, crackers, cereal. Legumes, beans, and other plant-based proteins, starchy vegetables, potatoes and corn, sugary sweets. Limit these: soda, candy, cookies, and other desserts. Lipids. A lipid is a type of organic molecule found in living things. It's oily and waxy. Fats are made from lipid molecules. Lipids are long chains of carbon and hydrogen molecules and are classified as simple and complex. The functions of lipids include storing energy, signaling, and acting as a structural component of cell membranes. Lipids or fats can be found in fried foods, vegetable oil, butter, whole milk, cheese, and some meats. Trans fats, also called trans fatty acids, is a type of unsaturated fat that occurs in small amounts in meat and milk fat. It became widely produced industrially from vegetable and fish oils in the early 20th century for use in margarine and later also in snack food, packaged baked goods, and for frying fast food. Of all the fats, trans fat is the worst for your health. Too much trans fat in your diet increases your risk for heart disease and other health problems. Trans fats are made when food makers turn liquid oils into solid fats like shortening or margarine. Trans fats can be found in many fried, fast, packaged, or processed foods, including anything fried and battered, shortening and stick margarine, cakes, cake mixes, pies, pie crust. Animal foods such as red meats and dairy have small amounts of trans fats, but most trans fats come from processed foods. Protein is the third macronutrient that is essential to building muscle mass. Each gram of protein contains 4 calories. Protein makes up about 15% of a person's body weight. Chemically, protein is composed of amino acids, which are organic compounds made of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. Your body uses protein to build and repair tissues. You also use protein to make enzymes, hormones, and other body chemicals. Protein is an important building block for bones, muscles, cartilage, skin, and blood. It can be found in eggs, lean meats, seeds, nuts, dairy products, beans, and legumes. Micronutrients are also not synthesized by the body. Vitamins and minerals are considered essential nutrients because acting together they perform hundreds of roles in the body. They help shore up bones, heal wounds, and bolster your immune system. They also convert food into energy and repair cellular damage. Vitamins are organic compounds that are needed in small quantities to sustain life. Most vitamins need to come from food. They cannot be synthesized by your body. Most people don't need to take vitamin supplements and are able to get all the vitamins and minerals that they need by eating a healthy and well-balanced diet. Water may be one of the most important, if not the important, essential nutrient. Water is defined as an essential nutrient because it's required in amounts that exceed the body's ability to produce it. It has numerous critical roles within the human body. It transports compounds throughout the body via blood, regulates body temperature, assists the body in removing wastes, and helps lubricate joints and protect the spinal cord. All biochemical reactions occur in water. It fills the spaces in and between cells and helps form structures of large molecules such as protein and glycogen. Phytochemicals, everything the plants have that you want. Phytochemicals, which are natural components found in plant foods, are reported to provide various biological functions in humans. They are useful for antioxidant functions as well as potential preventative medicinal benefits such as maintaining inflammation balance, reducing the risk of certain cancers, promoting cardiovascular system, neurocognitive, eye, and bone health in humans. Foods rich in phytochemicals include apples, apricots, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, garlic, legumes, onions, red peppers, soybeans, sweet potatoes, and tomatoes. A calorie is a unit of energy. It's the number of calories in a food that is a measure of how much potential energy that food possesses. It doesn't matter what time of day that you eat. It is what and how much you eat and how much physical activity you do during the whole day that determines whether you gain, lose, or maintain your weight. It's not what time you eat, it's what you eat, how much you eat, and how much physical activity that you get. No matter when we eat, your body will store extra calories as fat. But if your caloric intake dips too low, your body could go into starvation mode. Therefore, people who cut their calories too much may reach a plateau and stop losing weight. Eating too few calories can be the start of a vicious cycle that causes diet distress. A calorie is a calorie regardless of its source. Caloric balance is like a scale. To remain in balance and maintain your body weight, the calories consumed from foods must be balanced by the calories used in normal body functions, daily activities, and exercises. Weight loss. Set realistic goals, 1 to 2 pounds per week. Avoid short-term and fad diets. Analyze your food intake, what you eat, when you eat, and keep a journal or log. Determine your purpose or goal for changing eating behaviors. Develop a plan for reaching your purpose or your goal. Now, what is energy balance? Energy balance is the difference between your energy input, or the number of calories that you put into your body, and your energy output, or the number of calories that you burn each day. Some people refer to the energy balance equation as the calories in, calories out equation. So how do we find an energy balance? Eat a variety of whole foods. Don't focus on only 1 or 2 food groups or exclude one like many fad diets require. Shop the perimeter of the grocery store. Weigh yourself periodically. Be mindful of what you are eating. If you're going to snack healthy. Mind your portions smaller and move your body. Exercise and be active. Okay, 10 tips to make better food choices. Find out what you need. Get personalized nutrition information based on your age, your gender, your height, weight, and physical activity level. Number 2, enjoy your food but eat less. Use a smaller plate at meals to help control the amount of food and calories you eat. Take time to enjoy smaller amounts of food. Number 3, strengthen your bones. Choose foods like fat-free and low-fat milk, cheese, yogurts, and fortified soy milk to help strengthen bones. Number 4, make half your plate fruits and vegetables. Add fruit to meals as part of main or side dishes. Choose red, orange, or dark green vegetables like tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and broccoli, along with other vegetables for meals. Number 5, drink water. Sip water or other drinks with few or no calories to help maintain a healthy weight. Keep a bottle of water in your bag or at your desk to satisfy your thirst throughout the day. Number 6, eat whole grains more often. Choose whole grains like brown rice and whole grain pastas and breads more often. Foods with a higher fiber content can help give you a feeling of fullness and provide key nutrients. Number 7, learn what is in your foods. Use both ingredient and nutrition fact labels to discover what various foods contain. Cut back on some foods. Cut calories by cutting out foods high in solid fats and added sugar. Limit fatty meats like ribs, bacon, and hot dogs. Choose cakes, cookies, candies, and ice cream as just occasional treats. Number 9, be a better cook. Try out healthier recipes that use less solid fat, salt, and sugar. Eat at home more often so you can control what you are eating. If you eat out, check and compare nutrition information. Choose healthier options such as baked chicken instead of fried chicken. Be active whenever you can. Set a goal to fit in at least 2.5 hours of moderate physical activity in your week. Being active 10 minutes at a time also adds to your weekly total. Ask your friends or family to keep you company as you bike, jog, walk, or dance. Don't forget to do some muscle strengthening activities twice a week as well. Food misconceptions. What people aren't aware, what they think are different than what actually is. Okay, healthy means low fat. Many people think that healthy food is low fat food and vice versa, but this is not a valid equation. Firstly, many low fat foods are not actually all that healthy. Many ready meals, yogurts, and snacks, for example, are advertised as low fat, but that by no means makes them healthy if they are instead of full of salt, additives, and sugar. All fats are not the same, and some are actually very healthy. The second thing to consider is that all fats are not the same, and some are actually very healthy. Monosaturated fats found in avocados, olive oil, and nuts can help weight loss as well as keeping your heart healthy and lowering cholesterol. When comparing foods, it is important, therefore, to consider the type of fat in your foods and the food's nutritional value, as well as quantities of fat. Second misconception, only fresh fruit counts. Fortunately, it is not all bad. It is not all bad on the fruit and vegetable score, as getting in your recommended portions of fruit is a lot easier than many people think. While eating whole fresh fruit is a great way to fill up and get healthy, fruit juice, dried fruit, frozen fruit, and tinned fruit also count towards your recommended portions. Not only that, but many fruit-based desserts such as apple pie, fruit crumble, and fruitcake count too. Although they may be not as great for your waistline or general health, provided that they contain a decent amount of fruit, they will still count toward your recommended daily intake. Number 3, natural means healthy. Just as a low-fat label does not automatically signal a healthy snack, neither does an organic or natural one. Although organic foods may be healthier than non-organic versions of the same snack, being organic or natural does not exclude foods from being loaded with salt, sugar, or saturated fats. Being organic or natural does not exclude foods from being loaded with salt, sugar, or saturated fats. Remember that. Also be wary of labels that state foods contain organic or natural ingredients, as very often this does not mean much at all. A fruit-flavored product, for example, may claim it contains real fruit, but this doesn't mean there is any substantial amount in the product or indicate what the rest of the ingredients are. Although it is good to eat naturally and organically when possible, it is also important to check labels to make sure natural products are as healthy as they seem. Number 4, vegetarian diets are protein deficient. A common myth about the vegetarian diet is that it does not contain sufficient protein. One idea that contributes to this perception is that the body needs high levels of protein for health. However, studies have suggested that eating protein at very high levels could actually be bad for us. The second misconception here is that meat is the best source of protein. In fact, most foods, including vegetables and grains, contain some level of protein, and there are many great sources of vegetarian protein around, which also have added benefit of being free of the saturated fats found in most meat. Many people use the phrase number 5, food intolerances are the same as allergies. Many people use the phrases food allergy and food intolerance as though they were interchangeable. However, this is not the case. Although many people believe they have food allergies, it is more likely that they are suffering from food intolerance. The effects of food allergies are also a lot more severe since they involve the immune system, meaning that symptoms can even be life-threatening. In contrast, food intolerances mainly involve the digestive system, which sufferers have trouble digesting food, and symptoms, although uncomfortable and even painful, are never life-threatening. Brown sugar is healthier than white sugar, number 6. With many people longing for a way to indulge their sweet tooth and stay healthy at the same time, sugar is a common cause of misconception. One theory that may buy into this idea is that brown sugar, in the way of brown bread and rice, is healthier than the white variety. However, this is not true. Although brown sugar contains small traces of minerals due to the presence of molasses, they are such small traces that they are no real benefit to our health. Also, at the end of the day, brown sugar is still sugar, and it brings with all of the same calories and health risks of white sugar, including increased risk of heart disease, tooth decay, and obesity. 7. Bottled water is better than tap water. We are constantly encouraged to drink more water for our health, and a common misconception is that drinking it by the bottle is a much healthier way of doing this. While there has been no scientific evidence that bottled water is better for us, some studies have just suggested that it is worse. The Natural Resources Defense Council did a 4-year review of the bottled water industry did a 4-year review of the bottled water industry and found that the water to be no safer or healthier, and findings were also confirmed in a separate study by the University of Geneva. The NRDC further concluded that 25% of the water they tested was in fact just tap water in a bottle. Studies have also suggested that bottled water may be worse for our health, as some chemicals from the bottles leak into the water over time, which may lead to hormone imbalance when consumed in high levels. Craving is your body's way of saying it needs something. A big misconception about food cravings is that they are our body's way of telling us that we are lacking a certain nutrient and need to remedy this immediately via a huge slab of chocolate cake or your particular food of choice. Mine would be chocolate cake. However, while this theory may ease our guilt over giving into cravings, it has yet to be proven true, and more recent research has suggested that food cravings are in fact all in the mind. A study published in the journal Appetite has suggested that many people crave the foods that they attempt to resist the most, such as junk food. Research also suggests that people simply crave the foods that they are most exposed to and familiar with, which is demonstrated by the fact that most people crave sugary, salty, and fatty foods. Your body, your mind will only crave the foods they remember, meaning that eating a healthy, balanced diet with a little of what you fancy should help to reduce those junk food cravings. Now, this ends today's lecture on wellness and nutrition. A lot of information, a lot of good information to help you make better choices, to make healthy choices, to understand, giving you the tools to make healthy choices. And as always, if you have any questions, please send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys and good night.